Yo,
Yo, what's up?
what's going on,
What's
brother?
what's happening?
What's happening, man? What's happening?
Mm,
Man, I think this is long postponed, man. We should have been did this, man, months ago, bro.
yeah, for real. And
Yeah,
for the first time that we have the opportunity to talk to each other.
yeah, exactly. Nah, man, I just wanted to get up on here again, and start doing these podcasts, on Instagram. How you feel about how you feel, man? You feel good?
I'm feeling good, It's a bit hot here out here. I'm in Paris.
Are you in Paris?
Yeah, we have like 100 Fahrenheit.
Yeah. It was just raining where I'm at now. That now it's getting sunny.
Where you at though? In Houston?
Yeah, but I'm in Miami for the summer, so
Oh, that's great.
yeah, I'm just taking a little getaway. But yeah, man, what you want to talk about, man? You want to talk about
I'll let you
uh,
start. I'll let you start. Pick the topic. Yeah, I think we have a lot to talk about.
I say we start because I'm gonna. By the way, y'all, I know there's only like 5 people in here right now. I'm gonna save these lives and I'm gonna just post them on my page on my YouTube. But basically, we can start on a positive note. We can start about the Migos reunion.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, how you feel about them getting back together, man?
Honestly, like I comment on your post, like I think it's the best snippet we had in years. We had
Yeah,
in years of Offset and Quavo, and that's just a great feeling, because when they separated and with all the take situation, rest in peace to him.
yeah,
That was kind of fucked up. Even before Takeoff's death, like I don't know, following up the Migos since 2016, and you see them, I would never think that they will ever break up.
yeah.
And that situation, I think life got fucked up after that, after 2022. And now it's good to see them back together, honestly.
Well, I think they're back together. Also because their solo careers weren't hitting like how they thought they would hit.
For real, yeah.
I don't think obviously they're not selling like how the Migos name sells. I don't think Migos individual names, Quavo, Takeoff, Offset, sell as much as Migos,
Yeah.
and that money wasn't coming in the same as it once was as well. So I think I think Offset and Quavo realized, look, we got to if we want to if we get the biggest bag out of this possible, we got to get back together and
If they
under the
got to
name
get the money,
Migos.
they went broke. they kept,
And it started having some issues, man. Yeah, but I'm just glad to see them back together, like you said.
yeah.
After 2022, it really went to hell with the Migos. And it's really sad to see, you know. So, but yeah, but like you said, I'm glad that we're most likely getting an album. I would
Yeah.
say sometime within the next year. I would say by 2027, maybe summer 2027. It's my prediction
Uh,
for the next album.
but you know how it is with the Migos. You have to take it with a grain of salt because they can say that tomorrow they're dropping an album and then they can
Yeah,
go ghost for months and
they
not
can go
drop
ghost for months.
that
Yeah,
album and drop a poor ass snippet.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, uh, I mean, honestly, I honestly thought "Fuck Out the Way" the song is for Quavo's album. I thought Offset was a feature on it for Quavo's album,
Yeah.
but Quavo's saying it's for Amigos album. So that's why, you know,
Also, they're not saving "Fuck Out the Way" for the Quavo's album.
you said what?
They're not saving "Fuck Out the Way" for the Quavo's album.
I thought it was for Quavo's album, but apparently it's for Amigos album. So I don't. So that's where I'm like, oh, I didn't. I'm serious about this. But then again, like you said, they tend to cap a lot. So I take a lot of what they say with a grain of salt, like you said. So,
Yeah.
uh, but
And I see that you're feeling a little bit mad about Quavo and Pharrell and their album
yeah,
coming up.
not gonna lie, that's what motivated me to start doing these podcasts again, man. I gotta lay in on Quavo because Satchamo, I've already explained it. Satchamo got thrown out the window for
Yeah.
this new collab album, Chrome Life. So, and I just I had talked to someone yesterday. If you would have told me 2 years ago when the Satchamo rollout started that Satchamo would get thrown away for a Pharrell produced collab album, I would say you're smoking crack. I would not believe you. I would not believe you at all, man.
Nah, nah, nah. That would have been impossible though. They
Yeah,
already collaborated together a lot, and he they They always together in Paris Fashion Weeks, and Quavo's always here for him. So it isn't a surprise for me, but I feel like they're just forcing Pharrell production on us. Like we're not in 2010 anymore. Like even how the Clips album last year went,
Yeah.
they talked about it everywhere. But honestly, okay, it was a good album, but it was a good album for maybe 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah, I don't know about this Chrome Life album. To be honest, these songs that Quavo's putting out are not for me. So I'm not really hyped for this album. I do wish Satchamo would still somehow drop.
Yeah,
I talked to a good source yesterday. He's a really known Migos fan page, and he like me, he has open DMs with Migos for
which
many
one?
years. And
Oh,
he said
oh, you
that
don't want to say?
yeah, I don't want to say it because I didn't
Okay.
get permission to drop his name, but I think you follow him. But basically, he said that Quavo has two albums done and that he could drop two albums. But I think Satchmo is scrapped. You know, I think
Like
it's
two
scrapped.
albums on the same night? Like
Like
just,
he just has two albums done, and he can drop them like shortly after each other, like Offset did last year with that Halloween mixtape and then Kiari. So
yeah, but the thing is, I don't think it's gonna get the traction he thinks
yeah,
he's gonna get. And that's just sad, man. When you see it, like, honestly, I loved, for example, Hunted by Fame, and I'm not someone like obsessed with the metrics or the statistics, but it didn't sell, and people are, and you know,
yeah,
with all the stories they have around each other, where whether is it with the IRS or a gambling situation or just fucked up situation one after another, they
yeah,
just lost credibility.
yeah. And speaking of that Offset's gambling addiction and all that bullshit, that I think Gunna kind of backed out of a solo tape. I mean, he backed out of that collab tape with Offset because Offset was going through so much, and I think Gunna kind of had to take a look at Offset and be like, you know what, he's going through too much. I'm just gonna let him be. So that's why I think that Gunna Offset collab album didn't come out because Offset was going through so much bullshit.
Yeah.
End of 2025, and then also, uh, 15 or 16 Gunna and Offset songs ended up leaking, and apparently that was the album. The whole album ended up leaking. So
The whole album leaked.
whole album ended up leaking between Offset and Gunna. So that's why we didn't end up getting it as well. But I do think Gunna kind of backed out of it, knowing that Offset was just going through so much bullshit. At the casino and always in the news for negativeness. He could have backed out. He probably didn't want any of that negative publicity.
Exactly, and you know the PR
Yeah,
around Ghana is like he's having a healthy life and he's
yeah,
just living the way and he's fly and everything. So being associated with Offset can downgrade that image.
for sure.
But
But
they still fuck with each other though. I think he brought him up
yeah,
on stage. Like
they still fuck with each other. Yeah, they still do. And I'm glad to see that. But like I had said a few minutes ago, I think Offset and Quavo realized, look, we're not getting the bag solo wise. The Migos name sells. We got to get back together. You know,
exactly.
and because Migos will always sell over Offset's, Quavo's, and Takeoff's name individually. Maybe Takeoff's name would sell the most because he did pass away, but not even with Take is there any hype around Takeoff's name. That really died out.
Yeah.
And regarding the Takeoff solo album, it's pretty clear that it's not coming out. I still have people every week ask me about it in my DMs, and I don't know what to tell them because it's not coming out.
I,
Unfortunately. So yeah,
I don't know how they still got faith though. That must be pretty good faith. No, no, I can trust him. Like since 2019, we can trust him, and you know that. Like they delivered a lot of albums, but we had so many disappointments, so many delayed albums, so many
yes.
cap, like you said. So I don't know how they have that kind of faith on them.
Yeah, it's just wishful thinking, man. But regarding Quavo and his two albums, Satchamo is scrapped. Chrome Life is what we're looking at. I'm not. It's probably the album that I'm least excited for by Amigos since I started listening to them. I don't really care at all about it. I don't like Pharrell Williams' production. I think he had it right with Satchamo in 2024, and I think the snippets he was teasing were overall pretty solid, and it would make for a pretty enjoyable album. But now, I mean, I don't like having. I don't like the snippet from yesterday. I don't
Walk him
like that.
down.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't like Walk Him Down. I think Quavo is like. I think he's trolling us, man. Because there's no. I can't believe that he's actually going to drop that. But
I think he just want to get on. He just want to get on the hype train and get respected by older rappers. And by associating himself with Pharrell, and I think he's kind of doing this for his image, but it just won't sell. Like, okay, you get respected by Pharrell and others, but
yeah,
I don't think it will sell at the end of the day because maybe he's gonna get one hit out of it,
yeah.
probably, because Quavo still has that formula. I think that Offset ain't having anymore. Uh, let's see. Let's see. I'm always like curious to know what they came up with. But like you said, like even the Heaven song is mid as fuck. Welcome down, like it's like having part two.
Man, I'm just gonna be honest, man. I'm very unfiltered, as a lot of people know. I would say having is dog shit. I would say it's trash. I would say there's no replayable value at all. To me, it's
I
not.
agree. I agree.
To me, it is pure
100%.
trash. And anyone that's hearing this, I'm telling you straight up, it's trash. There is no mid in that song. Now, if you like Pharrell Williams, I respect it because everyone can like whatever they want. But what I'm seeing in my DMs from everyone is mostly all negative, and there's some that like it, but it's like just a few. So, I mean, majority of this fan base sees it as trash, and I think they see the Walk 'Em Down snippet as trash too. So that's why I'm saying he had Satchamo right when he had released that "Soldiers Never Die" snippet. You know those original snippets that he posted in 2024 and early
He,
2025.
yeah,
I think Cowboy Carter was another one of them. I think "Keep the Same Energy" was another snippet as well. These are all solid songs that I can replay for some years to come after the album drops. I haven't heard having. I think I heard having one time, and I'm never gonna hear it again. Like I heard Bando, that song Bando with Pharrell Williams. It was a feature. I'm not gonna hear it again. I don't like
no,
it.
no, no, no. I'm not fan of it.
Yeah,
I'm definitely
it's
not a fan of it.
not Migos Bando, not the classic banger from back in the day. The
Yeah,
Bando
yeah.
song.
The
Yeah,
band
yeah,
was
yeah.
they previewed at the Fashion Week.
Yeah, the Bando song they previewed at the Fashion Week. Yeah, I can't. That's not my music, man. I don't like it. I mean, what can I tell you? To me, it sounds
I
awful. Yeah.
it's like, and I did love that song on the first Quavo album, Quavo Huncho, Go All the Way with Pharrell. You remember that song?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh that was Pharrell. Yeah. Go all the way. Yeah, that's cool. But
And that was a good song, but you can not just like 15 of it and just
yeah,
keep
exactly.
dropping the same snippets over and over. And I had also that same feeling with Satchamo. Like, I don't know how you can hold Satchamo in such hold regards because I thought the Satchamo snippets were mid as well. Like I thought it was the same
Oh, you
over
really you
songs
really you thought it
songs
was mid?
over and over. Yeah, with the same drums pattern, the same
Yeah.
like the same flow. Like they can do so much, man, with their production. What they can come up with the flows, and I'm just disappointed, honestly, as a fan since 4 years now, if
Wow.
it's not more.
I actually disagree with you because I actually like the Satchmo snippets. I only think there was a couple of them. There was the one where he's like, "Nigga, we far from the ghetto." That one was trash. But guess who
Yeah.
produced it? Pharrell Williams. Pharrell Williams produced it. Yeah, like that was probably the only one I didn't like, and I think I didn't like it because of the Pharrell Williams beat. It wasn't for Quavo's part. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Uh, I think Pharrell Williams is bringing out the absolute worst in Quavo. Uh, and I think the real issue is Pharrell Williams. I don't think that the issue on Chrome Life is going to be solely Quavo. It's going to be Pharrell Williams that fucks it up more because I don't know. I just to me, like I said, I think he brings out the worst in Quay. You know, I think Quay needs to get back with Zay Tiggy, Zaytoven, DJ Darrell. I know
Murder
Quavo,
also.
Murder Beats. I know DJ Darrell and Quavo have some feud or some issues right now.
Yeah.
As they were going back and forth on their Instagrams, shooting shots at each other, taking some
Mm,
shots at each other. It's unfortunate because it seems like Quavo kind of ditched some of Darrell's produced songs on Satchamo, the original album, just
mhm.
to remake the album with Pharrell, which doesn't sound good. So, you know,
And do you know when is it coming out?
when
Like, do you
so
have a guess?
so for anyone in here right now, I was told by a source that basically told me the Rocket Power date in 2023, and he was right. That same source told me a couple weeks ago that Quavo's supposed to be dropping his album in August.
So
And he
at the same time as Offset's album.
Yes, and apparently he said that it could be a back-to-back release. That one of them drops one week, and then the next one drops the next week. I don't know how true that is. I think that's more speculation, but he's saying that Quavo's supposed to drop in August. So the album should be out before September, according to him. Like I said, he is a reliable source because he did give me information about Rocket Power, and it ended up dropping on August 18th.
Rocket
Like I
Power was a
said, so
great album, though. I
yeah,
love that album.
yeah, yeah. Rocket Power is solid. I just don't listen to it much because it is kind of sad.
Yeah, I
Uh,
agree.
yeah, but there
And
are a
also,
few.
Quavo
Yeah,
should link up with Benny X. I had a song on repeat this year. I don't know if you loved it. I don't know if it's your kind of music, but his song with Benny X was so good. Um, what was the name?
I think it was called. Was it Who with Me? I think it was called Who with Me on Rocket Power, and I think there was another song called Stain. I think those were two Benny X songs.
Good. Also, the new Trip song with the Yeet, I loved it. So he had like good things going on. Like the song with Yeet that he dropped last year was pretty good and was a hit. Also, like I had a lot of my friends bumping that shit.
I think that
And
beat was crazy. That crazy
yeah,
good beat. Yeah,
and even the honcho step, bad bitch to the left with the honcho, pro
man,
bitch
it's
to the
okay,
right with the
man, but I
left.
can't take it serious, man. Something about it throws me off because I know Quavo is too talented. Like uh like I always talk about that Soldiers Never Die snippet, man. That
Yeah,
that's to me that's peak Quavo when he uses his vocals, when he uses when he goes melodic route on the songs
yeah.
like that, because that's to me that's peak. Uh Huncho Step is cool, but it's not like to me it's cool, but it's not
L-
hitting. It doesn't
Let's
hit.
say
Yeah.
for that kind of production, for that kind of electronic production, that
Yeah.
was some crazy ass flow. Like not a lot of rappers can do that. If you give that beat to other rappers, I don't think someone could come up with something as strong as Quavo proposed on it. No, I fuck with that song. Honestly, I felt a lot with that song.
Yeah.
And what do you have on Offset's album? Because we don't have any like confirmed snippet, or he didn't tease a lot, and even the few that he teased was mid, honestly.
He actually teased about I think 8 or 9. And I have them all posted. I need to make I need to make a what is it
A
called?
compilation.
Yeah, I need to make a compilation or put them in a story highlight so everyone can go see it. Me personally, I actually really do fuck with a lot of the snippets. There's a couple of them I don't like, but there's most of them I fuck with, and I like it more than the new Chrome Live snippets. Uh, to me, to me, it's solid, and I'm always gonna look forward to an Offset album.
Yeah.
But I really am looking forward to Amigos album. But with Offset's album, he's saying August, and I really hope he comes through again. And I believe Offset now because he said he just gave us two tapes, so
Yeah.
I believe him. So
Back to back. He
yeah,
said April first. He was supposed to drop in April, and then don't you remember? He said he's gonna drop in April 2026 on
yeah, he
I
said
think
April.
on an interview or something, and then that got scrapped. But
Yeah, it
because
got
he had a
scrapped.
lot of problems and he got shot. Oh, I remember when I woke up and I saw that news that Offset got shot. Like my heart dropped for a minute.
I know. Yeah, that was wild, man.
Yeah,
I'm glad he's okay.
yeah, and yeah, like you said, like I look forward to his albums. Like Haunted by Fame, I loved that album. It was every song was hitting and was good, except maybe one or two. But and Kiari, I know you didn't like it much, but there's
Oh, you
some good
remember I
songs
said
there.
that? Yeah, man.
Yeah,
I didn't like Kiari too much. There were some songs on there that I still play every week to this day. But I'll
yeah.
tell you that when the deluxe came out, it really saved Kiari because of athlete and of history.
Athlete was peak.
Yeah, athlete ended up being my favorite song of 2025, and I loved history. History was right beside it, right there with it,
I
and
agree with
yeah,
you.
yeah.
But in number one, I have enemies. Honestly, it's I
Enemies,
love
yeah,
that
enemies,
intro.
man.
I love that intro, and with the Metro production, he needs to
Yes,
get back with the right people. Offset, if you put Offset back with Southside and Metro, he's gonna drop like crazy songs. Like honestly, I still have Father of Four as one of my favorite albums of all time, in terms of
yes,
trap.
yeah.
Father of Four was such a good album, and he needs to get back on that type of production, that type of bag. But 2026 mode.
Yeah, 2026, their sound is completely different. If you listen to their voice, it's no longer sounding like 2017, 2018,
Nah, never, never.
2019.
I feel like I don't even need to listen to the same person, honestly.
Yeah, Offset is so melodic now, which I don't really like unless he's using it for a song like Athlete. But All of My Hoes, that song, I don't like that song. I don't like really hearing Offset sing. I'd rather hear Quavo sing, to be honest. But the thing is, no Diddy, no Diddy. But the thing is, but the thing is, it's just way different than what we were used to back then. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. I
'Cause-
don't know why don't they play on their strength. Like Offset's known as crazy ass flow, crazy ass rapping, and he don't choose that. He wants to go on melodic Michael Jackson shit, bro. You don't have that voice to do that.
man,
Do what you're good at.
we don't want to hear anything. We don't want to hear Offset sounding like Michael Jackson, man. We don't need that. We don't need that. We need Offset to be back sounding like 2018, 2020 Offset. You know what I'm saying? When they went to Los Angeles to record Culture 3, we need that
Yeah,
Offset. You know what I'm saying?
exactly,
We
exactly.
need
That
that
Offset was
Quavo.
peak.
Yeah, we need that Quavo too from 2020. You know?
I agree. I agree. And of course, if they went on to live different lifestyles, I would say maybe he's going on some melodic shit, and because he always had girls around him and everything. But no, you're still living the street life, gambling shit, and so rap about that. Go rap about the same thing you were rapping about in 2017 if your life hasn't changed that much. Why go on
Exactly.
melodic shit? And that just sad. I don't know who's advising them and his whole team around him since like set it off. I thought I liked the team at first around him and they uplifting him, but no, I was wrong because look at the music he's dropping. I think like there's no people who are willing to say, bro, that song is not good.
Yeah,
Like all of
sure.
my hosts, like you say, the first verse of all of my hosts was bad. Was bad. How do you agree on that song and put
Man,
it on an album?
the whole song, I think is bad, bro. Like
Yeah,
Offset, I don't know what I don't like. I mean, if anyone likes that song, I respect it. Anyone can like what they like, but man, we don't want to hear that shit from Offset, bro. We don't want to hear him singing like that, man. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
We want to hear, man. I think you know what we want to hear from Offset. We want to hear 2018, 2020, like bar for bar, aggressive rap on dark beats. Because that's how Offset got his name. You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? I think Offset going solo like Quavo. I think they're trying to mix it up with different types of sounds just to prove their versatility. But we know they're extremely versatile. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
We already know they're versatile. That doesn't mean to be a complete Michael Jackson singer. Like with Quavo, that doesn't mean to take it back 20 years ago to 2005 Pharrell beats and then make pop music. Like we don't we like. I think they're going about it in a wrong way, especially Quavo. But I just hope that the Migos album will get them back to their roots, and all the beats will be like Migos beats, Migos type beats. No Pharrell Williams, you know what I'm saying? No Michael Jackson singing. We don't need all that shit. I don't think anybody actually literally loves that. You know?
Exactly. I agree. Even like you don't have the voice, you don't have like be on what you're good at. Just like don't try to don't try to put yourself in another man's legacy and you're not even on the same genre or
Yeah, yeah. That's. I think it's played out. Set It Off and Kiari, to be honest, are really the same era, in my opinion,
yeah.
because he sounds the same. He sounds
Yeah.
the exact same. Yeah. So
Uh Did you prefer like Set It Off or Kiari?
Uh,
Eh,
as a whole, I probably do Set It Off, but Kiari, I mean, I really love I'm On and Don't You Lie and Skyami from
Oh,
Isaiah. Yeah,
Skyemi was good.
yeah. But Athlete is my favorite song of 2025. Like if Offset is gonna go melodic, let it be like an athlete, like a cool, chill, fire song like that. Not no damn all out singing. You know what I'm saying? Like all my hoes. But um, I really hope we get Amigos album by summer 2027. The streets need it. I think everybody misses them.
Yeah.
They're gonna get more money. Like I said, the Migos name is gonna sell way more copies than Quavo's name, than Offset's name, than even Takeoff's
And
name.
they're gonna do better music also. Like
And they're
that's
gonna
the
do better
most
music.
that's the most important thing. That's what we want from them.
Yeah, for sure. And they're gonna get they're gonna get back right, just like they did in 2020 when they locked in for Culture 3. So
Do you remember the song that Offset put out after Set It Off, and the song was also called Set It Off, like it was a freestyle on two different beats. Do you remember
yes,
that
it was.
song?
I
And
remember that. Yeah, it was
the
after Set
second
It
beat
Off drop.
was what was the song on the second beat? That
Yeah, I
that
know what you're
song
talking about. Yeah.
that song was so good, and even the second part, oh, it was crazy. I want Offset to go on that kind of bag. He also his voice sounded so good on there, and he had like flows like in 2018 and 2019. I love that song.
Yeah, and that's Offset's lane, but I think they'll all like lock back in their lanes for Amigos for the next Migos album, and also I think it's gonna be some friendly competition whenever they link up and keep recording this Migos album, because I think when they're together they kind of there's kind of some competition of who's gonna have the harder verse, who's gonna
Exactly,
perform the best on a song, so it's only gonna push them to go harder,
I
and
agreed.
that's what the fans want. They want to see them go hard on tracks and to give high quality music. You know what I'm saying? So
And there's the thing with the latest snippet, like on "Fuck Out the Way." Like we hear that. I kind of heard that like Offset and Quavo from 2021, like where they left off in Culture 3, had
yep.
that kind of vibe. So I'm excited for that song, honestly.
You know, um, I really hope that we do get a lot of leftover Culture 3 songs that never ended up dropping with takeoff verses on them, because they have to use old takeoff verses. They have to use they have to, you would think they would have to add a verse, like let's say it's a Quavo and takeoff song. Offset would have to record his verse and put it on the track. You know what I'm saying? Because takeoff's already on that track. So in order, I would think that a lot of the songs have to be older songs that end up releasing. You know what I'm saying? At least half of them, because takeoff's verses are on older songs. Unless Quavo extracts takeoff's vocals and then puts them on another beat, he could do that.
Yeah, yeah, he could do that though,
He could do
because
that.
I think maybe because their latest song was like 2022, 2021, so it wouldn't be like the same modern beats as we have today. Like when I don't know if you listen to that Future album, but Future Future, I think for me is the perfect example of what a real trap artist should be.
Yeah,
he he kept the same flow but kept developing it years after years, and he's just crazy. Like he's dropping an album at 42, but I don't recognize that he's 42. For me it's still peak Future. That
yeah,
album was so good.
yeah. Um, yeah, I see what you're saying, but I just I want set solo album. I don't really care and want Quavo solo album. I really just need the Migos album though. You know, I really need it. But I think what they're doing is they're gonna drop their solo albums to try to build hype for Migos album. Um, and I think the method they're using is kind of what they did in 2017 when they dropped Without Warning. They dropped Huncho Jack just a couple months ahead of Culture 2 to keep that hype from Culture 1 just a year before. And then in 2018, they did the same thing for Culture 3, because Culture 3 was supposed to drop in January 2019, but it got delayed. And it
Yeah,
got delayed like 2 years, right?
Yeah.
till 2021. So basically, they did that. They dropped Quavo dropped his solo album, Takeoff dropped his solo album, and then Culture Three was gonna drop. You know, so I think what they're trying to do here is do that same method, drop their albums, and then build up hype for a 2027 Migos album. You know, so
But I remember at the time they overwhelmed with so much music that they just couldn't put out another Culture 3 album, I think, at that moment.
I
Because
think
they
so too.
dropped
Yeah,
so many songs, so many albums, so many features also. There was featured everywhere on every album, even pop artists and everything. So if if they would have dropped Culture Feed, they would fall off at that point. So I think they went with this with the mustard song, Pure Waters,
pure
and
water.
that was a banger. And I think they did the right choice by doing that, but they delayed it too much.
Well, I think they delayed it. It could have been for that reason, but I also think that Quality Control was pushing Lil Baby so much during that 2019 era, and
Yeah,
then obviously by 2020, My Turn, Baby's biggest mainstream album to date dropped. So I think they kind of put Migos on hold because they were dropping so much music, and QCP kind of went in a different direction and pushed Baby. Now it could have been like you said, drop way too
just
much
wanted to
music.
put.
Yeah, it could have been for that reason. Um,
Uh,
Say it again.
what I was saying because I got cut off.
Yeah,
So My Turn was such a good album, and I think, but they dropped like Taco Tuesday, and they dropped Rex Too Skinny, and Need It was such a hit even at that time. They should have dropped Cutlass Free at the same moment as Need It.
for sure. Yeah, need it.
I still
Yeah,
listen to Need It to this day. It's
me
such a
too.
good song.
Me too. I'm glad Needed made Culture Three. But yeah, man. I don't know. I think what they're doing is building up hype for the Migos album. I think that's what they're doing, and I
I
really
think
go ahead.
I think you're right. Because if they're dropping back-to-back albums in August and they have a feature in each other albums, and let's say that honestly, I think the feature is like if Fuck Out the Ways on Quavo's album, it's gonna be the hit of the album because you have Offset on it and it's a reunion. Then Offset's dropping his album, they have another hit together, and maybe they could drop a Migos album by Culture Anniversary in January 2027. Maybe that's I like that
And
theory.
a Culture Four album would be legendary, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
But I don't want to get too ahead of myself. But I'm not really worried about Offset solo album. The one that I'm like, man, is Quavo, man. I'm not like again. I just hope that someone talks to that man and tells him to bring back some of those original Satchamo snippets and put them on the album. It doesn't have to be a lot of them, but maybe if he drops like 8 of them, 9 of them, that's cool. But I don't know, man. I'm not looking forward to that Quavo album. But and as of Offset, Offset may drop some mid. He may drop some shit that I just don't like at all. But Offset will drop some bangers on every album that we're
I
gonna
agree.
replay.
I
Just
I
like
agree on that.
And Quavo has two. Rocket Power. I think Focused is the best Quavo song on
Focus is
either of
such
Quavo's
a good
albums.
song. Wow, wow.
Like
Focus is it's a top five song I think for Quavo.
I think Focus. Yeah, Focused is my favorite Quavo song on Rocket Power or Quavo Huncho, the self-titled album. Like I love Focus. I play Focus every week. And I think that Quavo's album Chrome Life will have at least one, maybe two songs that I can replay for years. But as a majority of the album, I'm not excited for. Like I said, I think with Offset, there's going to be probably 4 or 5 songs that I'll replay for years. But yeah, I think everything's leading up to Amigos album, and that's the end goal. And I'm really, really hyped about it. I can't tell you how hyped I am about this shit, man.
But do you
You know?
have information that the whole album will be produced by Pharrell, like all the songs or just a few songs?
So 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 Quavo confirmed that it's a collab album when he was leaving Paris. I want to say in February, he recorded the whole album again with Pharrell, and he scrapped Satchamo. So it's I'm thinking it's a Pharrell collab album. So I'm thinking Pharrell may get credit on the album. It could be Quavo and Pharrell, and not just a Quavo album. So, and that's kind of where I'm like, man, that's way too much, you know.
Oh,
Uh, so
I'm
yeah,
disappointed as hell. I thought it
you know,
was like a couple songs, but
no, it's no, it's executive produced by Pharrell. That's why I'm saying it could be a collab album, and that's what has me worried because. But at the same time, it makes sense for Quavo because if he puts Pharrell Williams' name on his album, it's going to increase the sales. It most likely would increase the sales, but I don't think it would hurt the sales because Pharrell is pop culture. Everyone, like Pharrell is pop music. Quavo, I don't think Quavo would sell 25,000 copies in his first week alone. I think a Quavo album would sell under 20K, and I think an
yeah,
Offset
yeah,
album like Kiari sold 28K.
yeah,
If not,
28. But he went
yeah.
with eight then with Hunt by Fame
Yeah, well, I don't
with
really
no
count Haunted
promo and
by
everything.
Fame. I don't count Haunted by Fame because there was no promo and no rollout. It was kind of a surprise. But, Kiara did 28. Rocket Power did 32. But as you can see, it's slowly decreasing. So I
Exactly,
I think Offset kind of has a little bit more street replay value right now than Quavo because of different species and because of the Young Boy tour. I think the Young Boy tour was really a lifesaver to Offset's career.
I
So
agree.
yeah, and I think just being around young boy has kind of boosted Offset's popularity and replay value in the streets because I'm starting to hear Offset over the past 6 to 8 months in the streets being played again. And usually it's different species, but I've heard like Back in That Mode being played a few times with Lucci, and I've heard Pills with YB being played as well. I don't hear Quavo being played at all besides that TikTok song, Take Me Through There. But obviously, I don't really count that because Quavo's part isn't the part that's viral. It's that girl's part that sings that shit. And
Exactly, I
that's
agree.
a shitty ass song. But hey, Quavo's getting the bag out of that. But
And even
yeah,
out here in Europe, like I heard offsets a couple of times, like in other people playlists, or even when I go to the gym. Like you said, you have different species. You have the song with also a song on played a lot.
yeah,
Yeah, you hear me?
yeah. I hear you. You just kind of broke up for a little bit.
Yeah, Run It Up was everywhere in the gym. Also here in Europe and also in Northern Africa, you have Run It Up and different species. It was everywhere
Yeah,
for a moment.
yeah. I still hear different species to this day. But like I was saying, um, yeah, let's just get these two albums out and let's see what happens after, man. I really hope that it creates more hype. And I just hope they get back together, or at least still drop music together. Maybe not back together like they ever did, because without Takeoff, there's no Migos. And I
Yeah.
agree, without Takeoff, there's no real Migos group. But I hope that they keep dropping songs in the future together, and then obviously dropping older songs with Takeoff verses, kind of like when Quavo dropped "Dope Boy Phone" randomly last year. You know, that's kind of what we
Yeah,
need. I want Takeoff's vault released, man. I feel like it's disrespect to hold his vault or to only use his vault for your album sales. Like he had Takeoff on Patty Cake. He had Takeoff on Back Where It Begins on Rocket Power. To me, it's kind of disrespectful, because you're only using Takeoff's name to boost your sales. Release his music,
exactly.
man. Release his music to his fans. The
But
fans really want Takeoff.
right now, I don't know if you saw the news, but Takeoff's family is in a feud between which one will take the heritage, if
Yes.
it is Takeoff's mother or Takeoff's dad, and that's slowing also all the process for the album. If they can't know where the credits and where Takeoff's royalties and everything are going to, I don't know if we're gonna hear Takeoff's music any soon, honestly, with all the
Very true.
lawsuits
That's
around
that's a
it.
good that's a good point because yes, his mother and his biological father are actually in a civil feud in between who gets his assets. There's disagreements on the asset split, and Takeoff's mom and his dad are fighting for who gets what in terms of his will that was left
Yeah,
behind. But I don't want to get into that too much because that's more of his family matter. But again, that's a great point that you made. And also, I think another issue is Quavo, man, because I think Quavo and Quality Control are to blame as well for no Takeoff music being put out. I would assume that Quavo is in control of, I think Quavo would lead the way in executive, I guess, not executive produce, but he would probably executive curate a Takeoff album and handpick the songs that release. I can't think of another human being that would basically pick a Takeoff album, you know.
I agree.
So, then Quavo, obviously that's his uncle, so he's in charge of all that. So I think Quality Control and Quavo are to blame as well. It's just really been disappointing that Takeoff's name has not been um it hasn't been shown the respect that it deserves. Like Pop Smoke's. When Pop Smoke died, that album was put out months later. I'm not saying to use Takeoff's death for hype for an album, but I'm saying to keep his name alive and feed the masses, feed the people that love Take. You know what I'm saying?
But
But we just
honestly,
yeah,
I'm not that mad about it, because if you
sure,
see it from another perspective, if you see it from Quavo's perspective, yes, as fans, we do need it. Like all the music that's been teased over the years, we need it. But if you put yourself in Quavo's shoes, like imagine he lived that that trauma in the moment. So maybe it's still a difficult like subject to him, or even like put our music in his name. I do agree with you that it was kind of like he used it for his albums, and if you use it for your albums, at least like put it out for the fans. But I can comprehend if it's still like a light, a soft subject, subject, soft point for Quavo.
for sure. Yeah, I understand. I respect it. It's his family. Uh, it's just I think Take would want his music released. You know what I'm saying? I think Take would want his music released, and I don't think he'd want it to just be, held back. So, but yeah, man,
But
that's really all I have to say.
I just have one question though. Why didn't Takeoff release any music on his own? Because we all know that he was like addicted to making music and just chilling, watching movies and everything. So why just didn't he put out alone? If like his brothers were always fighting for the crown or something, he could just drop like The Last Rocket was a pretty ass good album.
And I think the answer to that is it's funny because QCP in May 2022 on Twitter, it's still on Twitter. I need to go find it, and then I'm gonna take screenshot it, and then I'll post it on my story so everybody can see. But he literally said, basically like, if only Takeoff cared more about this music shit, all you rap niggas would be put in a hole, and Takeoff would be running shit. But unfortunately, Takeoff doesn't really give a fuck. Uh, and it was like a joke, but basically what he was trying to say is that Take doesn't give it that rappers should be lucky Take doesn't give a damn about music because he would be stepping on their necks if he did because
I think he didn't care
he's too
about the
talented.
fame. He didn't care.
you know,
He didn't care about the fame.
he didn't care about the
Yeah,
fame. Yeah,
but for the music, he's the one that put everyone together. He's the one that put Quavo on music. He's the one that put Offset together on. And
yeah. I
yeah,
think
maybe like he didn't care about that streaming life and just being on tour. He said it. He said it. Just want to watch movies and play video games and smoke.
Yeah, I think once Tate got the bag, once they stopped dropping all those mixtapes, and up until the Culture albums, the first two Culture albums after 2018, I think Tate just wanted to chill and enjoy the riches, enjoy the riches from all the labor he put in, and I respect it, you know.
Yeah.
So I think he got in chill mode, and he just kind of went on hold with the music. He dropped the last rocket, and then they dropped Culture 2, and then after that, he never dropped another solo album. He never dropped any solo work. The only solo songs that we got were or leaks. I mean, that's it. I mean, I don't think Takeoff ever dropped another solo song after the
No.
last rocket. I think Takeoff kind of just wanted to chill.
You have crypto with Rich the
Oh
Kid.
yeah, crypto facts. That was years later. Years later.
Yeah.
And I think
And I
Crypto
think
was a
that
single from a
teased that. Yeah, exactly.
I think Crypto was a single from a Rich the Kid Takeoff collab album because there was a talk about a collab album between Takeoff and Rich the Kid dropping. Obviously,
Yeah,
nothing dropped because of Takeoff passing away, but I think that there was a collab album between them. As you could see on Takeoff's birthday, Rich the Kid was teasing an unreleased song that I had posted on my page. As you could see, the Let Me Chill Out song leaked in 2023 with Takeoff, Rich the
yeah,
Kid, and YB. You know,
yeah, yeah,
so
yeah. We laughed a lot about being Migos fans. And also, I was looking forward to one mixtape of them, the quarantine mixtape. I was getting hyped. I remember during COVID, but eventually that never happened.
man, that's why I don't take Quavo's word for shit, man, because he said, quarantine mixtape, and I feel like that mixtape could have been better than Culture 3 itself, because that mixtape would have been dropped in 2020, and all that shit they had cooked up in the compound would have dropped on quarantine mixtape, or most of
Yeah,
that shit, and I was really high. That's probably the one project that I really want. That and Cheat Code, that and Quavo's Cheat Code album that never ended up dropping. Oh, and the Blame It On Set album. Blame It On
of
Set was supposed to
Blame It On
drop.
Set. What? Yeah,
Yeah, Blame It On Set was supposed to drop November 11th, 2022. Offset had announced it, but Takeoff ended up passing away, and that album was scrapped, and it became Set It Off. But as we know, Migos keep recording music, and they don't stop recording music. So if they don't if they sit on their music too long, they'll end up scrapping it for newer music, and they'll throw all that music away and just release whatever they recorded right up to the album that they're dropping. So
yeah.
that's why we didn't get all those Blame It On Set snippets in 2022. Snakes in the Grass.
Snakes in the
Um,
Grass is such a peak song. I think it would have
Snakes.
been my favorite Offset
Yeah,
song of all time.
yeah. Snakes in the Grass, man. That is. I seen that boy Donovan. Donovan just joined, man. That's Donovan's favorite snippet of all time, man. Uh, but as you can see, all these songs just disappeared. You know what I'm saying? Because Takeoff passed away, and then Set It Off. Set just kept recording music. So he threw away that album, just like Quavo threw away Cheat Code, for Rocket Power.
I was hyped for Cheat Code, and even the snippet. I got a cheat code, we got it. Yeah, that was a good snippet. I was hyped.
Facts. And Cheat Code, a lot of people forget Cheat Code was actually gonna drop. Quavo did a collab with Adidas, and basically it was a headphone collab. Adidas headphones with Quavo's cheat code lyrics written all over them. I ended
I
up buying
remember.
them. I ended up buying them, but when I received them, they were broken, and I was like, "What the fuck, Adidas?" So basically, I returned
I
it. I returned them, and I got my money back. But I have pictures of those earphones. They literally had cheat code, the lyrics written all across the case. It was really cool. So cheat code was actually supposed to drop. I don't know why Quavo just decided not to drop it. I don't know if it's just Quavo or if it's also quality control at the time. Just not giving him a big budget to drop a solo album himself.
Yeah, maybe that
Really
was it.
annoying, man. Yeah,
And they had a situation also going on with Offset at the moment, at that time, I think.
yeah. Well, I think that cheat code era was late 2021, and I think that was the time when some issues with Migos. Actually, early 2022 is when they started having issues. I think that's around the time they split. And Hotel Lobby dropped, and they split because of that Saweetie situation with Offset, and I think that probably just shook up Quavo. It could have Chico. Look, Chico could not have dropped because of that Saweetie situation, or it could have been quality control, basically postponing it or just not pushing Quavo in the streets like that, for whatever reason. I think it's either one of those reasons, unless Quavo literally just wanted to not drop his album, but I highly doubt that. So that's where I'm like,
They still
yeah,
dropped that collab with Jim Jones though. What was the name of the song? We Set the Trends.
yeah, we set the trends. Yeah, that was December 2021. Yeah,
December 2021. Then they appeared with each other, I think, in January 2022 in a basketball game, and then they split. I don't know if the Saudi situation was the real reason they split,
well,
though.
I think in February they dropped that Kanye "Kid We Did It." We did it, kid.
Yep.
They did a performance in February 22, I think,
Yep.
in late
Yep.
and then March or late March, early April is when they, I guess, unfollowed each other on Instagram, and that was kind.
Exactly.
And then there was, I think there was a shot taken by one of them on social media, and then after that it was just downhill. Like Quavo and Takeoff went their own way, and then we ended up getting only built for Infinity Links months later. Uh, so yeah, that I don't know whatever happened to Cheat Code, man. To me, Cheat Code is had so many grails on it. The snippet Cheat Code itself is absolutely legendary, to this fan base, and it's
I
just
agree.
beautiful, beautiful. It's just beautiful, So someone said that was the timeline he was working on it. Then him and Takeoff went together as a group, and he said he was still working on it. And then unfortunately, Take passed away. Shit, to be honest, I don't even remember him saying that shit. But if he said that, I probably did say that, to be honest. But yeah, to me, I would have preferred Cheat Code over Only Built for Infinity Links. Because Cheat Code, I don't know, Cheat Code was
What
perfect.
did you thought of that album?
Only Built for Infinity Links.
Yeah.
I really loved it. I really love the Zaytoven because I've said it several times. Zaytoven is my favorite producer of all time. So I really liked the Zaytoven tracks. What is it called? Look at this.
Look
Uh,
at the. Yeah. Yeah. I remember that.
there's two more. There's Walk Out the Bangkok Blues. What's the name of that one, man? Damn, I forgot. There's a few Zaytoven. Not See About It. There's another one on there. I forgot. I forgot, man, because there's two albums that make me really sad. It's Only Built for Infinity Links and it's Rocket Power. So it's hard for me to go back into those albums, because of Takeoff. Just sad era. But yeah, 230. Yeah, there it is, 230. So basically, I really
To
love
the
that album.
Bone also. Yeah. To the Bone was a good song.
Yeah, To the Bone too. I really love that album. Now, when I first heard it, I really loved it. I just thought it was missing Offset.
Mm.
It was missing Offset's presence. And I'm like, damn, like Offset would have sounded great on this beat. Like, damn, I would have loved to hear Offset on Nothing Changed. You know what I'm saying? For
I
example,
agree. I
like I would
agree.
have
I
loved
agree
to
a
hear an
lot.
Offset. Yeah, just like how on Antisocial they cut on Culture 3, you hear Offset's ad libs, and
Yeah.
then you hear Offset's ad libs during Juice World singing, and then it's cut off, and Quavo comes in with a verse, and Offset's verse ended up being removed. It was months ago when the original Antisocial leaked with Offset on it, and it sounded so much better than the released one. I'm thinking the song was too long, so someone had to get cut out because it was like a 6 minute song, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But even Quavo's verse was completely different on the original Antisocial. But I'm like, damn, I would love to hear Offset on Nothing Changed, like I heard him on Antisocial years later. It was beautiful, man. Antisocial is a beautiful song, and when I
I
heard the
agree.
unreleased version, it is so it'll make a grown man cry, man. All Migos singing right by Juice World, you know what I'm saying? And then you hear Quavo saying R.I.P. Juice in that hook. I mean in that bridge. So beautiful, bro. Facts.
I agree a lot. And I remember when Culture Feed dropped, I was disappointed because when I heard like Offset's ad lib on the hook, I
Yeah,
was like,
antisocial.
oh,
Yeah,
Offset's verse gonna be so good on this song, and then we
yeah.
didn't get
And then
Offset.
yeah, and then he wasn't on it because you hear him going woo woo, and then
Yeah,
Quavo's part
exactly.
comes on. So it's like, damn, they removed Offset's verse, but I'm glad that OG antisocial leaked because man,
That
Offset killed that shit, man. So
that
yeah, it
album was fire though, with
really
Modern
was
Days, Training. They had only bangers, even Having Our Way. All the bangers on that, and also the intro. I forgot the name, but it was so good.
for sure. Yeah, for sure. Um, there's a lot of songs from that 2020, 2021, 2022 era that are still unreleased, man. I just hope they end up leaking, or I hope they end up dropping eventually, man. But yeah, man. Shit, is there anything else you wanted to cover? Shit, we talked about a lot, man.
Yeah, I talked about a lot.
We talked
I
about a
think that
lot.
was I think that was a good first one. We can like go much deeper into other subjects, maybe other time. Like we can focus on an era, an era. Like we can prepare that, and that can be good for the fan base. Just like even non Migos fans to know. I think
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
good.
because we talked about everything. We talked about like 10 different things, but next time we'll focus on one thing or two things, and then we'll just
Exactly, and we
we'll
still
just do
can
that.
talk about a lot of things. Like
Yeah,
the
we
other
still talk
day,
about a lot of things.
I was listening to what was the name of the song? Across the country. You
Yeah,
remember that
cross
song?
country. Yes, yes,
Wow,
of course.
wow, wow!
On
What a verse
on
of
on
takeoffs.
yeah, on RNT man, RNT man, that's legendary tape, man. Legendary tape, man. Yeah,
Every verse was hitting on that song. The production and the flows. The flows. It's not the same rappers. They were rappers at that time. That's what I call a rapper at that time.
for sure, for
Yeah,
sure.
we can talk about a lot of things.
Yeah, and I'm gonna crop this live and put it on YouTube, and just so everyone can tap in on my YouTube, and I'll put a link to it. But
Great. I'll share it.
yeah, for sure. But all right, bro, I'm gonna get off this, man, and you take care. We'll be in touch, and we'll get on this, get on here and do it again.
Bet. Thank you for having me.
Yes,
Thank you for
sir.
having me. It was a great discussion with you.
For sure.